Hey everybody, it's Daniel. Welcome back to Learn Spanish with Daniel, the best YouTube channel for your Spanish learning needs. I'll work on that catchphrase. Today, we're going to talk about something pretty simple. Tengo que, well, tener que in general. This is just a simple way to talk about obligations in Spanish, things you have to do. So a while ago, I did a video about expressions with tener, and I'm pretty sure I would have put this one in there, but it's worth going over in greater detail. Today we've got 10 examples of tener que in Spanish, and while we're talking about them, we might come up with more. Maybe it'll be 12 in the end. In any case, tener is the verb have, generally, and tener que is have to. The same as in English when we say, I have to get up early. Tengo que madrugar. That's example number 2. It's the same thing. It's an obligation. It's something you have to do. So the big difference with English is that our verbs in Spanish have a lot more forms. So we're just going to go through some examples with all these different forms of tener. The other thing we should talk about is that the verb after que goes in infinitive. Infinitive is just the unconjugated form of the verb. Tener is an infinitive, but the other verbs we're going to talk about, we've got firmar, which is to sign. We've got trabajar, which is to work. We've got pagar, which is to pay. Limpiar, which is to clean, etc. So, tengo que más infinitivo, or tener que más infinitivo is the structure. First 2 examples today are with tengo. This is yo tengo, but as usual in Spanish, we don't have to use the pronoun there. It's just understood in the tengo that it is yo tengo, so I just say tengo. First example, me tengo que ir. Me is another thing. Me tengo que ir means I have to leave. I have to leave the place where I am talking right now. If you just say tengo que ir, I could be talking about going anywhere at any time, but me tengo que ir is I am here and I have to go somewhere else. Me tengo que ir. Ir is the verb to go. That is the unconjugated form. Go is a very irregular verb. I should talk about that someday. The next one, tengo que madrugar mañana. We talked about madrugar in my last video. You can check that out. Madrugar is to get up early. Tengo que madrugar mañana. I have to get up early tomorrow. Tengo que madrugar mañana. Tengo que levantarme a las 7. Okay, so technically this is going to be 11, I think. This is I have to get up at 7. I don't know if las 7 is madrugar for most people, but for some people it certainly is. Tengo que levantarme a las 7, in any case, is I have to get up at 7. Levantarse is the verb. Levantarme is I'm doing it. Reflexive verbs are another topic that we should talk about at some point. So, yo tengo, tú tienes. Tú tienes is you have to. Once again, I'm not going to be using the tú because it's understood. Tienes que firmar todas las páginas. You have to sign every page, like I guess we're signing a contract. Tienes que firmar todas las páginas. So, página, it's important to put the accent on the A. Página is page. Tienes que firmar todas las páginas. I guess if I did use the tú, it would be like emphasis. For emphasis, I would be using it. Tú tienes que firmar todas las páginas. You have to sign all the pages, not somebody else, I guess. Usted, él o ella tiene. Let's talk about Susana. Susana tiene que estudiar más. Susana has to study more. In English, we do a lot of things harder. You work harder, you study harder. In Spanish, I see that sometimes, but I think it's just a, translation from English. In Spanish, you could study more. Susana tiene que estudiar más. Another one, Pedro tiene que trabajar el sábado. Pedro has to work on Saturday. Pedro tiene que trabajar el sábado. So those are third person singular. Tiene, él tiene, ella tiene. Tenemos que pagar impuestos. This is nosotros. Tenemos que pagar impuestos. We have to pay taxes. Impuestos are taxes. There's lots of kinds of taxes. A lot of them would be referred to by their specific name. Tenemos que pagar impuestos. Tenéis que limpiar la cocina. This is vosotros. Tenéis. You, plural, informal. Tenéis que limpiar la cocina. You have to clean the kitchen is the meaning here. Not much to say about that. Limpiar is clean. Lavar is wash. They're different things in English and in Spanish. Finally, for the present, these are all in present, by the way. I've been avoiding talking about the past because it's a whole thing. It's going to be a long topic. But los peques tienen que hacer sus deberes. This is, the kids have to do their homework. Los peques actually is the little ones, I guess. It's a short thing for pequeños. Los peques, it's just a colloquial Spanish thing that's what you say for the kids, basically, the small people. Los peques tienen que hacer sus deberes. The kids have to do their homework. I think when I was in high school, I learned tarea for homework. I don't think that's what they say here. I think it's deberes. But, tarea is something you have to do, but it's not homework specifically. Here in Spain, at least. So all of that is the present. Yo tengo, tú tienes, él tiene, ella tiene, usted tiene, nosotros tenemos, vosotros tenéis. Ellos, ellas, o ustedes tienen in present. Let's do 2 examples in past just to give you some small idea. Me levanté a las 7 porque tuve que llegar a las 8. I got up at 7 because I had to arrive at 8. Me levanté a las 7 porque tuve que llegar a las 8. Tuve que is talking about one moment in the past, one specific moment in the past. Tuve que llegar a las 8. We're going to contrast that with cuando era niño, tenía que levantarme a las 6:15. When I was a kid, I had to get up at 6:15. We talked about how to tell the time in Spanish 2 videos ago, I believe. Las 6:15 is 6:15, 6:15. Cuando era niño, tenía que levantarme a las 6:15. So both of these sentences have 2 verbs. In this case, cuando era niño is past, but we're talking about a longer term past situation. When I was a kid, talking about something that, was a situation that lasted for years. Tenía que levantarme. That tenía also means that I am, doing this many times in the past. It's not a one situation thing. It's not a one-time thing. It's many times in the past. So that's contrasted with me levanté. Me levanté is once in the past. Tuve que llegar a las 8. I had to arrive at 8 one time in the past also. So those are 2 different past tenses. In English, we would use the same thing. I had to arrive at 8. I had to get up at whatever time. In English, we just use the same past for both of these. So it's sort of a big topic, differentiating these things, because in English, we don't really differentiate them. So it's a whole thing where you have to change your way of thinking about time and all of that, which is one of the fun things about learning languages. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. That is tener que, the easy way of talking about obligation in Spanish. There's a lot more ways of talking about obligation. I'll hit you up in a few days with something about hay que, maybe. Hay que is another form of talking about obligation. There's a lot we could do. I also mentioned ir, the irregular verb ir. That's a good one. Anyway, there's a lot more here on the channel. Like this video, please, and subscribe to my channel for much more. I've got a podcast also. I've been doing the podcast for almost 4 years, but I started pretty slow. There are 67 episodes or something like that. I have all 67 up on YouTube now, so you can watch, not watch, but you can listen on YouTube. The other videos here on my channel are about other points of Spanish grammar. There's plenty more grammar, vocabulary, etc. You can go to expatmadrid.com/donate and donate to the cause. I appreciate it a lot. Any amount helps. I just do this for free in my free time, apart from running an actual business online. So this is just something I'm doing for fun. But hey, if I get more donations, I will do this more because, money is also good. Go past expatmadrid.com/donate for the donations, like I said. And while you're there, just write me a note telling me what you'd like to see in a future video. That will help me out a lot with, ideas for what people want to learn about Spanish, about life in Spain, and more. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.